All right, class. So today we're going to be talking about how to take apart, disassemble your AR-15. First thing you want to do anytime you come up on any weapon, you want to make sure that it's cleared. So you're going to get a good solid grip along this magazine well. Use your thumb to push in on that bolt catch. Grab that charging handle. All right, this thing is cleared. Then you're going to send it back home because you can't disassemble this whenever that bolt's knocked to your rear. Next thing is these retention pins. So right here and right here, this connects the lower receiver to the upper receiver. You're going to come in on the left side of the gun. So if you're aiming in the left side of the weapon system, you're going to punch those two pins outward. And if you need to, just grab a cleaning brush and punch them in. They can get stuck sometimes. Come in on the opposite end and just pull these things up. And now that will separate your lower from your upper receiver. Next, you can take your charging handle and just pull back on it a little bit. That's going to release your bolt. And then the charging handle comes out and then just down a little bit. And then there's your charging handle. So now you have your upper receiver. Mine's super dirty, so I was just doing a bunch of shooting. You have your lower receiver, you have your charging handle, and you have your bolt. Now, I like to lay a rag out just so I can keep everything neat and organized whenever I'm taking guns apart and cleaning. Another thing you can do is you can flip your charging handle upside down, and you're going to use this as a tray for some of these finer pieces here within the bolt. Now, if you look at the left side of the bolt, you'll see this little pin that retains the firing pin inside of the bolt. So just take a little tool. Sometimes you can pinch it with your nails and pull it out, but just gently pull that thing out. Be careful, it's soft metal. That's that little pin right there. I put that in my charging handle, acting as my tray. Then you're going to take the bolt, flip it upside down. There's your firing pin. And then I'm going to take this bolt face here, this thing that comes out forward, I'm going to push it back. And now I have this little retention bolt here that runs perpendicular to this gas tube. I'm going to turn that so it runs parallel to the gas tube. And then simply grab it and just wiggle it out. Charging handle is where that goes. And then I pull out the bolt. Now, if you want to, there's this little pin that holds the extractor in. You could give that a nice little punch. Pull that thing out. Little extractor pin. Goes to the charging handle. And then this right here is the extractor. This actually grabs onto the back side of the cartridge whenever it is in the weapon, allowing you to extract it from the chamber. You're going to spray it, you're going to scrub it, you're going to wipe it. Just like anything else, you want to break up that carbon and then get it all off of there. And it's going to take you significantly longer here than with your handgun because there's just a lot more areas for it to get all into. So I'll take that charging handle and what's in it, I'll spray that first so it can kind of soak. I'll take the bolt, give that a good spray everywhere. I'll spray inside of that chamber here, and down here in the trigger housing group, and then just get to work, man. Start scrubbing away at it, breaking it up, making it loose, and then wiping it up, rinse and repeat. And then in order to put the gun back together, you're just going to reverse that process, guys. So let me know what questions you have. Lots of weird little places that you can get into with Q-tips. Like for example, inside this gas tube here, just be careful that you don't break your Q-tips off inside of that thing, which I've done before. Big pain in the ass to get it out. But there is a lot of carbon that needs to get taken off of these things, especially if you've done a full day of shooting. So Hit me up with your guys' questions. I hope that's helpful in terms of taking it apart and putting it back together. Again, just reverse that process. Let me know.